It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the Boston Celtics. The Suns win the opening tip. They'll have it first as we get going in the desert. Porter with a drop step. Oh, had him going there for a second. Shot won't go.
The game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more. Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive.
Give me something. Knock that down.
Walker to Turner.
Take that, right over.
Hayward off the mark. Booker with it. Looking to make something happen. Jason Tatum snatching it out of the air. Now preparing to shoot at the line. Devin Booker, couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first free throw. Missed the second. 0 for 2. Walker into the front court. He'll run the offense.
Gotta get through the screen. Get through it. Get through it.
Hayward to Jaylen Brown.
Screen coming left. Screen coming
The
left.
Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Porter. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Gotta come through. Gotta come through.
To Walker. From the painted area, won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Walker to Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Tatum's shot misses. Porter. Nice pass to set things up.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Boston with the basketball. Walker to Turner. My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
Runner's good there.
And that transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency, you heard me correctly, a sense of urgency, you will get a great shot every possession.
Hey, switch. I got him. My ball.
Hayward to Turner. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
And the rebound taken in by the Suns. Porter. Jason Tatum tips it. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Dario Saric. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Walker with the basketball. 10-4 is the score. To Turner.
Watch that cutter.
Hey, box out.
Short jumper stays out.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Here comes the screen. Look out, Devin Booker, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Kemba Walker. Hayward. And count the basket.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Porter to Booker. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. A pass stolen by Phoenix to Booker. No, I missed a short one there. Miles Turner swats it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Walker. His first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Booker. Scores from the post.
I think the defender had absolutely zero chance on that play.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Walker. Nothing going here on that drive. Hayward to Kemba Walker. Turner to Walker. Turner. Doesn't get the bounce.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Hayward. Walker. Tatum. Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Into the front court, it's Walker. Margins 8. Turner to Hayward. Walker. Off the mark. Lynn with it. His team on top by 8. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Walker. Here comes the screen. It's Phoenix ball. It's the Celtics with the rebound. Across the timeline, it's Walker. They find themselves down 10. Nothing going here on that drive. No good. Good look that time, but off the mark. Walker into the front court, trailing by 10. Shot from in close, no good.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Walker with the basketball. Down a dozen. Here comes the screen. Walker to Hayward. Short jumper won't fall. Lynn to Porter. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jason Tatum. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Johnson.
Get over, get over.
5 on the shot clock. Johnson to Marcus Smart. The shot clock expires.
Here we go, my ball, my ball.
Lynn. Short jumper misses. Johnson to Kemba Walker. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
To Porter. Goes reverse to lay it in.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Celtics have it to Stanley Johnson.
Screen coming left, screen coming, screen coming.
Surveys the floor. Screen coming. Walker. Shot from the lane won't go. A lot of contact, no whistle. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Fareed. Nothing going here on that drive. And count the basket inside.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Not that time.
I got ball, I got ball, I got ball. I'm here. Lock up. Here you go.
To Booker. Slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Celtics have it.
Check up, let's go.
Take stock of the floor.
Right.
To Stanley Johnson.
Screen.
5 seconds to shoot.
Cutter, get a tag. That one.
Deep two there, won't go. And a pass stolen by Boston.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Got it.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Rubio to Booker. Can't miss those.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Tatum. And he hits.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
He was all over him. Missed the shot, no free throws. And draws the foul.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First try at the line, no good. Oh, he missed them both. To Jaylen Brown. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good. To Booker. Celtics have it. To Stanley Johnson. Rubio. To Fareed. Nice pass to get things going.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
To Stanley Johnson. The drive, right to the basket. He gets it.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Suns with the basketball. Rubio to Booker. Here comes the screen.
Screen right.
Has a chance. Gets a shot up off the mark.
Knock that down, yo. Knock that down. I got ball. Everybody pick up. Dia.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
To Fareed. Driving right to the basket. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. To Jaylen Brown. The jumper's off the mark. Rubio into the front court. The lead is 11. Jaylen Brown with a piece. Fourth this contest.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Brown to the basket, but his shot won't fall. Nothing going here on that drive. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Old school equals high percentage.
Boston with the basketball. Dario Saric rejects it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Brown into the front court. Down by 15. Johnson to Jaylen Brown. And the rebound's taken in by Phoenix. Here's Rubio into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Look out, Devin Booker. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
My man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball. I got ball.
Tatum's shot no good. To Rubio. And he finishes at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here comes the screen. Johnson. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Alexis Ajinça has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 79% at the line. Oops, he missed the first one. Oh, he missed on a pair. Here's Rubio up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Porter. Able to convert inside. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. To Turner. It was right there. Rubio into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. A pass taken away by the Celtics. To Jaylen Brown. To Walker.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Offensive rebound. The follow won't go either. Phoenix with it. Rubio.
I got him. Go, go, go.
Into the front court. It's Walker. Down a bundle to Turner. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Goes to the left side.
Make it tough on him. Make it tough on him.
The pass set it all up.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Nothing going here on that drive. Walker. That no good off the mark. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Suns entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Phoenix Suns. The Celtics may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Blocks.
The Phoenix Suns came to play today, and the opposition knows it. All these blocks are more than just rejections. They're statements.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Hayward. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a look. It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Into the front court, it's Booker. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Miles Turner able to recover with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Rubio. Kicks it around the perimeter. That's going to be out of bounds. To Jaylen Brown. And that's rebounded by the Suns. Booker. Big stuff and a lot of traffic on the way to the rim.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Walker to Hayward. Work it down to Brown. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? To Rubio.
I told you the screen was coming.
Booker to Rubio. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Dario Saric. Celtics have it. Walker to Turner. Sizing up the defense. Hayward. Shot clock winding down. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Booker with it. He'll run the offense. To Porter. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. His guys down big. To Turner. He can't get past the defender. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Oh, yeah.
It's Suns ball.
I got ball.
Booker. Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Look out, Devin Booker looking good, 4 for 5.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Turner. And the rebound belongs to Phoenix. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Screen coming. Walker to Turner. Oh, Oh, he's denied.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Has a chance. Shot by Rubio, no good. On the follow, way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Walker to Turner. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kemba Walker. Substitution being made in this one. Booker. Miles Turner pins it. Incredible. 6 tonight.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Rubio. Here comes the screen. Rubio to Booker. Missed a wide open look. Brown with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Hayward. To Jaylen Brown. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Into the front court, it's Booker. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Porter. Short jumper stays out.
Good job, boy. Good job.
To Hayward. Turner. Deep left corner.
What's that cutter? What's that cutter? What's the cut? What's the cut?
Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. He buries it off the step back.
Oh, my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom.
I'm here. I got ball.
Clean up on aisle 3.
Miles Turner sends it away. Brown into the front court. Down a bundle. Goes to the right side. To Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They need something to go down. It's no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Here comes the screen. Rubio. Off the assist.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. Turner. Probing the defense. To Hayward. To Brown. Down low. Able to convert inside.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Screen coming. The screen sets him up for 2.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Tough make through traffic.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Rubio to Booker. Oh, he had him there for a second. Baseline drive.
Hands up. We got him. We got him.
Count the bucket for two.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. We have both.
Substitutions, Phoenix. Entering the game for the Boston Celtics. Number 8, Kemba Walker.
Walker to Jaylen Brown. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Jaylen Brown trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. Free throws good, a three-point play, and the lead back down to 12. Suns control the possession. Lynn. To Mikal Bridges. Curling inside. Miles Turner with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Pick up, pick up, pick up.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Miles Turner slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Phoenix has the ball. Lynn, and a pass stolen by Boston.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Kemba Walker. To Turner. John Henson sends it away. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Lynn with it. His team leads it by 10. Miles Turner, huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Tough looking shot there, still gets it to go down.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you, me and you. Here we go. I got him.
Lynn. Rocking the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Walker into the front court. His guys trail by 10. To Jaylen Brown. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Lynn. Oh, emphatic slam.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
To Jaylen Brown. Walker.
Right.
To Turner. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it.
I got mine. John, get yours. I got mine.
Walker to Marcus Smart. And the rebound taken down by the Suns. Nice finish at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Lynn. It goes down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Walker with the basketball. 14-point deficit.
Screen.
To Turner. Shot from the lane won't go.
Hands up. Let's go. Pick him up.
To Jeremy Lin.
I got you. Don't worry. Get him out.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Boston with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Has a look. It's Henson with the rebound. To Lynn. Gets to the basket and scores.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Jaylen Brown. Shot clock winding down. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Off the mark at the line. Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys down big. To Jaylen Brown.
Watch out, screen coming.
Has a chance. It's no good. Great defense.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Here comes the screen. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Lynn. Not that time. He misses. Across the timeline, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. John Henson snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Count it.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Nothing going here on that drive. It's Phoenix ball. Lynn. A pass taken away by the Celtics. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. To Walker. Down to 5 on the 24. Walker. From long range. Can't connect. Walker. He engulfed him that time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Lynn.
Big pick right there.
To Mikal Bridges. Beyond the arc for 3. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Walker to Hayward. To Kemba Walker. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Here we go.
Jason Tatum. Tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Oh, he had it. Hayward to Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Has a look. Not that time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
I got ball. Got some for him.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Yes. And the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Ricky Rubio at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throws good. Add 1 more to the total. This game feels out of reach. It's the Suns with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Suns added a win with today's solid victory. And these are the kind of highlights I love to see. Check out the defensive effort that turns so many shots into really embarrassing moments. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored to the Phoenix Suns. The Celtics didn't get the victory they wanted here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you can tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Assists.
The Phoenix Suns played fantastic team basketball today. Ball movement is clearly what separated these two squads.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.